Hello everyone, hope you guys be fine and doing well. Again, this is Mr. Rob with next we can say training class. So hope guys you be fine and doing well. And again, if you guys have any doubt, question, suggestion, please kindly contact us through our social media. It can be our Facebook or YouTube channel, and you can also send us emails. And the email is saurabh70@gmail.com. So yeah guys, let's start what we have for today. So yeah, let's start. So today we are going to talk about the network devices part 2. Part 1 we have already discussed. Now we are going to talk about part 2. So in here again we are going to talk about the networking devices. So in this video we are going to talk about firewall. What is firewall? What is access point? And what is wireless LAN controller? So we are going to talk about these three topics: about firewall, about access point, and about wireless LAN controllers, which all these three are what? They are a networking device, right? Networking device. So let's start guys. So firewall, I think you guys have heard about firewall. So what is firewall? What is firewall? It is a hardware. It is what? It is a hardware that provides security for the network. Yes, this is the right point. So it is a hardware that provides security for the network, or it is a software that provides security for the network. So now you understand that firewall can be hardware, firewall can be software. Okay, so it is like a guard that allow or deny the traffic coming or going from your network. Okay, suppose guys, this is a party. And here is the security guard. Now if someone want to come, first, this guy is going to check whether he is allowed or not. If he is allowed, the guard let him to come to the party. If he is not allowed, this guy is stopping him. This guy is what? Stopping him. So now, same like this. Suppose you can see this is our network. This is our network. And here is the internet. Here is internet. So now you can say in internet is an open area. Good things is also there, bad things is also there. So now when traffic is coming, then firewall act as a guard. Okay, stop. If data is good, for example, there is no any virus, there is no any something related to hacking, it allow to come. But now if a data, or we can say some package which is suspicious, not good, when it's coming, firewall is saying, okay, stop, let me check. So when I check that, when he find against the rule and regulation of our company, he is saying, sorry bro, you are not allowed. You are not allowed. So this is the main, we can say, purpose of the firewall. So firewall is software or hardware? It can be hardware, it can be software. Good. So it is like a guard. It is going to allow, or it's going to deny the traffic that are coming or going to the network. So this is about firewall. So yeah, let's move to the next. So now we are going to start about types. So firewall can be hardware and firewall can be software. So firewall can be hardware, firewall can be software. So now look guys, this part is hardware. Hardware firewall. It is a physical networking device. So now you can see this device which you can see. It is a firewall. It's a device, it is physical, you can see, you can touch like this. And now if you can say this part you can see the software firewall. It is just a software you can install on your computer, like Avast, Lavasoft, Windows Firewall, Zoom Alarm, IP Firewall, etc. So now you can see this Zoom Alarm. It is, we can say, but it is a software. It is a software firewall. It is a software firewall. So now you guys understand that firewall can be software, firewall can be, we can say, hardware. Hardware, it's like a device that you can see in the red color, and software, it's like a program you're going to install on your computer. So let's move to the next, guys. What do we have? So now we are going to talk about the advantages of firewall. Okay, why we are using the firewall? What are the advantages? Point number one, it provides security for the network. Obviously, we can say, because now we know, we can say that internet is an open area. Good things also there, bad things is also there. So we need as security to, we can say, prevent our network, to stop, we can say, the bad things that are coming in our network. So it provides security for the network. It filters the data. Filter data means, it is allowing the good data. The data which is not harmful, it allow, and it's going to deny the bad data, or we can say the data which we can say it bring damage to our company. It's going to make it stop. It stop the hacker somehow. So obviously we can say hacking is very professional, we can say field, we can say, I would like to say that, but in here firewall somehow it can stop, not full, but somehow it can stop. And obviously it's going to stop from viruses, for example virus, Trojan, or we can say worms, whatever, any suspicious stuff is there. When anything is coming, this is the firewall. Firewall is stop, baby, let me check. If you're good, come. If you're bad, I will stop you. So these are, we can say, the advantage of firewall. It provides security for the network. It filters the data. It means it's allowing the good data and it's denying the harmful data. It stops the hackers somehow, and it's going to stop the virus like this. So yeah, guys, now let's move what we have for the next slide. Then now we can say, guys, types of firewall. What? Types of firewall. So now we can say that there are a lot of types of firewall, but mainly there are three types of firewall. We have packet filtering firewall, we have proxy firewall, and we have hybrid firewall. We have hybrid firewall. And now you can see, guys, this symbol is mostly represent the firewall. We have a wall and we have a fire plus wall, firewall. So mostly we can say anytime when you see this type, we can say symbol or icon, it represents the firewall. So yeah, guys, let's move to the next what we have. So now we are going to start, we can say, the first types of firewall. That is called packet filtering firewall. What? Packet filtering firewall. What is packet filtering firewall? It is a piece of code, or it is some line commands we are writing on the router. So simple, guys, packet filtering firewall, it is some codes, some few line codes that we are writing on the, we can say, on the router, Okay, it is called ACL, access control list. We have separate classes for the access list we are going to study in CCNA. ACL stands for access control list. So this access control list, it is a type of packet filtering firewall. It is packet filtering firewall. So in here, if the packet is matched, it is going to allow. If the packet is not matched, it's going to deny. This type of firewall can check the source IP, destination IP, source port number, destination port number. But what is the disadvantage? It cannot check the payload. Payload means the data which is inside the packet. So now look, guys, in here we have two routers, switches like this. So now we can say that we are writing some codes in here. So suppose we are writing these codes. in this router. Access list 1 deny this IP address, access list 1 deny this IP address, access 1 permit this IP address. So now you can say we are writing that you should deny this IP, you should deny this IP, and you should permit this IP. So this is called, we can say, packet filtering firewall. Don't worry, we are going to study about this, that how we should write the codes in here. So now it's only, we can say, I just show you that this ACL access control list, it is called what? Packet filtering firewall. Okay, so now what happened here? Now in here, when the data is coming here, we already, we can say, write here the access list. We can say, you say the firewall, you can say. So now in here the firewall is checking. Okay, this 1.1 is denied. Sorry, I'm not going to allow. 1.2 is also not. But suppose now if 1.3 is coming, so in here it is not written that you're going to deny 1.3, and he's saying, okay, you are allowed. So it is going to allow. So this PC cannot communicate, this PC cannot communicate, because we have written some codes that do not allow this to PC. But when the third PC is coming, it is going to permit. So this is called, we can say, packet filtering firewall. So this type of firewall can check the source IP, destination IP, source port number, destination port number, like this. But one thing, it cannot check the payload. It cannot check the payload. So suppose now, okay, I'm talking about this later. So now you guys understand. Packet filtering firewall, it's also called by access list. It is just a piece of commands line which you're going to write on the router, that which IP address or which network should be allowed, or which IP address and network should be not allowed. And we can say that this types of firewall, it checks the source IP address, destination IP address, source port number, and destination port number. What is the disadvantage? The disadvantage is that it cannot check the payload. It cannot check the payload, which is the main data. So, but the others it can check. So now, suppose now we can say this is the data. This is our data. So now this we can say access list. This access list, which is a type of firewall. It's a type of firewall. It can check the source IP. It means from where this data is coming. It can check the destination IP. It means which destination the data is going. From what is the port? What is the port number? What is the destination port number? But the main data, it cannot check the main data. This is the main data. This is called payload. It, for example, in here it doesn't have the ability to check this one. This is one of the, we can say, disadvantage. Suppose this is now what happened? Suppose in here we are writing access list. Suppose in here 192.168.1.0 and this network. And this network is suppose 192.168.5.0. So now in here when it's coming, the data is coming, it has the source IP, which is belong to this network, source IP, and it has the destination IP, which is one of this IP address from here, and it has the source port and destination port, and the main data is also here. But this access list can check this one, but it cannot check the main data. It doesn't have the ability to check the payload. So this is one of the main disadvantage of access list or packet filtering firewall. So yeah guys, let's move to the next one we have. So the next we have proxy firewall. We have proxy firewall. So what is proxy firewall? Proxy firewall, it is also called application firewall. It is a software that you can install on your computer. So remember, proxy firewall, it's also called application firewall. It is just a piece of software you're going to install on your computer. Example of proxy firewall: Zoonalarm, McAfee, Norton, etc. A lot of, we can say, proxy firewall is there. But in here, it has it has an advantage. It can check the source IP, destination IP, source port, destination port, plus payload, plus the payload. It's also going to check this one. But remember, in the access list, it's not going to check this one. But in here, it's going to check. So it can check the source IP, destination IP, source port, destination port, and also the main data. The main data. So simple, guys. What is proxy firewall? Proxy firewall is also called application firewall. It is a software you can install on your computer. So example of proxy firewall is like Zunalar, McAfee, Norton. So what is, we can say, how it checks, which parts of the data is going to check. It's going to check the most part of the data. It can check the source IP of the data. It can check the destination IP of the data. It can check the source port, destination port, and the main data. This is called proxy firewall. This is called what? Proxy firewall. Okay. Then let's move to the next one we have. The next we have hybrid firewall. We have hybrid firewall. Okay, guys, the word hybrid, you know that when something is made up of two parts, that's called hybrid. So hybrid firewall, it is packet filtering firewall plus proxy firewall. It means if a firewall is made up of two things, packet filtering, which is accessless, which is access, plus proxy firewall. This is called hybrid firewall. This is called hybrid firewall, and it is the base of all firewall, and it's very nice. For example, security is awesome in this firewall. So hybrid firewall is made up of two previous firewall, packet filtering firewall and proxy firewall. Combination of these two firewall is called hybrid firewall, and it is extremely nice. So yeah. Then let's move to the next one we have. The next is, yes, we have access point. We have access point. So when I say access point, please remember your Wi-Fi. Please remember your Wi-Fi. So access point, it is also called access point. It's also called wireless access point. It's also called, some people call it AP. Some people also call WAP. So it has a lot of names. It has a lot of them. So it is a networking device. What is access point? It is a networking device that creates wireless, that create Wi-Fi to you. I'm sure you have seen a lot this one when you want to take we can say internet connection from ISP. The ISP people bring this type of access point to you that you can have your Wi-Fi. So it connects you to the internet. What is the job of access point? It connects you to the internet. It connects you to the internet. If your device is near the access point, you have a good internet connection. If your device is far from access point or from the one, you have bad internet connection. So suppose this is my computer and this is another computer. So now any computer which is near to this, so in here it has a good, we can say, internet, because the much you're near to the access point, the much your signal is good. So now it is far. In here we can say the signal is bit weak. So in here we can say you do not have that much good access point. You do not have that much good access point. Okay, so now you guys understand that. What is access point? So come to the review. Access point, it's called access point, it's called wireless access point, it's called AP, it's called WAP. So what is this? It's a networking device that creates wireless Wi-Fi to you. So what is the job of this? The job of this access point, it connects you to the internet. It connects you to the internet. If you're near to access point, it means you have a good signal, you have a good internet connection. If you're far from the access point, it means you have a weak signal. It means your internet connection is not good enough. So this is called access point. This is called access point. So let's move. Okay guys, so now in here you can see that fan. Suppose without access point, with access point. So suppose in here if we do not have access point, what happened? We connect via cable. It is an old technology and it's very less convenient. So suppose what happened? We have a router. And we can say that so all these computers are connected to the switches to the router, then router is connected to the internet. But in here what happened? So this is, we can say, internet, this is the router, this is switch, and they connect this wireless device to this switch. Now you can see that computers without any cables, they can connect. Suppose now in here if I put any other computers, obviously it's going to connect via wireless to here. So in here it is new, more convenient, we connect via wireless. But suppose now in here if I put one more computers, I have to bring one cable and connect this switch, connect switch, because in here I do not have this WAP that it's we can say wirelessly it connects me to this. No. And in here if I put another computer, obviously it's going to connect via wireless to this one, from this one to this one. So this is without WAP and this is with WAP. So now we can say that this time or this generation which we are now living, most of people, we can say, prefer wireless because it's very convenient. You can carry your laptop or cell phone any places, and we can say there's no cables, all those stuff. So this is, we can say, about wireless access point, right? Such a strong right. Okay, so the next things which we are going to discuss about wireless LAN controller, right? Wireless LAN controller. The wireless LAN controller is called what? The wireless LAN controller is also called WLC, or we can say wireless controller sometimes. So you can call it wireless LAN controller, you can call it WLC, you can call it wireless controller. So it has 2-3 names. So what is this? It is a networking device. And what is the job? It controls many wireless access point. So already we spoke about wireless access point, but this device, it's going to control a lot of access point. Mostly it is used in the big companies, that they have a lot of wireless access point. So now we can see this is we can say WLC. This is about WLC, and this is the symbol. So the icon. So now this device is going to control a lot of WAP. So if we have a lot of WAP, it's going to take care of all this. So simple guys, what is wireless LAN controller? It's also called WLC. It's called wireless controller. It's a networking device. It controls or take care of many WAP, and mostly it's used for we can say big companies that they have a lot of wireless access point, and they want, we can say, some administrator to take care of all those. They use wireless LAN controller. So yeah, let's move to the next what we have. So now you can see that one. So guys, do not be confused between WAP and WLC. So now you can see this is WAP, this is another WAP, this is another WAP, wireless access point, this is another wireless access point, this also. So now you can see there is a company, it has 5-6 access point. So now if they want to be controlled by one, so in here WLC is coming. So this WLC is the boss. It's going to take care of all this. So WLC is the boss, we can say. The boss. It's going to take care of all this. So yeah guys, let's move to the next. We have finished, or still something is left? Yeah guys, I think we're over. So guys, come to the review. What we have covered, guys. So we have covered about the firewall. Firewall is what? It's like a guard for your network which provide security. And how many types? We have 3 types of firewall. And some points which are, so firewall can be software, firewall can be hardware, So then we speak about the access point. Access point is also a device which provide you Wi-Fi, or we can say wireless. So in here we can say if you're near to the web, it means you have a good internet connection. If you're far to the web, it means your internet connection is bad. It means you have we can say you have a low signal, or we can say a weak signal you have. Then what is wireless LAN controller? Wireless LAN controller is also, we can say, a device, a networking device. And here it's a box. It's going to control many webs. So yeah guys, I'm going to end up that class here. If you guys have any doubt, any question, any suggestion, please kindly contact us through our social media. It can be Facebook, or it can be email, or it can be YouTube. So till next class, all the best, take care, and yeah, happy time guys. Bye guys.